In old Odessa, the police feared him, criminals respected him, and Moldavanka called him its king. His name was Mishka Yaponchik.
Born in Odessa in 1891, Moyshe Vinnitsky became the legendary Mishka Yaponchik. He was born in Moldavanka, a crowded Odessa district where poverty, commerce, and the criminal world often lived behind neighboring doors. Moyshe grew up in a large Jewish family. His father, Meyer Wolf, earned a living hauling goods through the streets of Odessa. When the boy was about 6, his father died. Life became harder, and Moyshe's childhood ended far earlier than it should have. From the age of 10, he attended a Jewish school and worked in a mattress workshop. The street soon became his second teacher. As a teenager, Moyshe became an electrician at the Anatra Works. Odessa entered the technological age, while its streets remained dangerous. In October 1905, an anti-Jewish pogrom swept through Odessa. Homes and shops burned, while the authorities often failed to stop the violence. 14-year-old Moyshe joined a Jewish self-defense group. For the first time, a weapon became not a symbol, but a means of survival. After the pogrom, he joined anarchists of young will. Behind their language of justice came bombs, robberies, and blood.
This is where biography begins arguing with legend. Odessa did not merely remember its criminals, it rewrote them as heroes.
This is where biography begins arguing with legend. Odessa did not merely remember its criminals, it rewrote them as heroes. At 16, he was arrested. For his crimes and involvement in a police officer's killing, the young anarchist faced the gallows. The death sentence was commuted to 12 years of hard labor. Prison took Moyshe's youth and returned a very different man to Odessa. Behind bars, he learned not only to survive, but to command other men. According to a common account, he met Kotovsky there. The February Revolution opened the prison gates. In 1917, Vinnitsky was released under amnesty and began his journey back to Odessa. The frightened teenager was gone. Moldavanka now faced a 25-year-old convict who knew how to wait, persuade, and command. Within months, he gathered armed men around him. Scattered robbers gained a leader, connections, and a common set of rules. Leonid Utyosov gave a simple explanation: short stature, quick movements, and distinctive eyes. That, he said, made Moyshe Yaponchik. Another legend told of Japanese thieves in Nagasaki who followed a common code. Supposedly, their rules inspired Moyshe's own underworld order. Odessa credited him with a code: spare the poor, doctors, and artists, and avoid needless bloodshed. The beautiful version outlived the facts.
They say the one is heavy, but our feet are light as air. We take from those who have too much and never do we care.
In late 1917, his men robbed the Romanian gambling club. Goldstein's shop and the home of sugar magnate Gepner followed.
Gold is in our pockets and the moon is shining bright. From the dockyard to the square.
Legend makes a criminal seem noble. History tells a different story. Fear, extortion, and real victims.
Despite his reputation, Odessa's Robin Hood remained the leader of an armed gang. Yaponchik also formed a Jewish revolutionary self-defense unit. It protected neighborhoods while strengthening his own power over them. During a raid on the Police Registration Bureau, records identifying roughly 16,000 Odessa criminals were destroyed. In December 1917, Mishka Yaponchik married Sirleya Verman. Odessa folklore turned their wedding into an almost royal celebration. In 1918, their daughter Udel was born. While Odessa fractured around them, Yaponchik briefly became an ordinary young father. Power in Odessa changed hands repeatedly as rival armies fought for control. Law and order quickly disintegrated. On December 12, 1918, Yaponchik's men raided Odessa prison, freeing hundreds of inmates. In early 1919, French and Greek troops occupied Odessa. Amid the intervention, the city's underworld operated with increasing confidence. According to legend, Yaponchik was arrested outside Café Fanconi in early 1919, but holding the king of Moldavanka proved far from easy. Legend says that after Yaponchik's arrest, dozens of armed men arrived in carriages. Within minutes, the authorities released him. In early 1919, Yaponchik cooperated with the Bolshevik underground. His criminal network became a useful weapon in the struggle for Odessa. In April 1919, the Red Army entered Odessa. The new authorities needed fighters, but they did not trust the city's underworld king. A rumor spread that Yaponchik had become secretary of the Cheka. The authorities were forced to publish an official denial. In May, he was permitted to form his own unit, later designated the 54th Soviet Revolutionary Regiment, named for Lenin. His fighters wore no standard uniform. Sailor shirts, bowlers, and top hats gave them a distinctly Odessa look. Before leaving for the front, the regiment marched through Odessa with a band. At the reception, Yaponchik received a red banner and a silver saber. According to researcher Viktor Savchenko, only 704 of the 2,202 enlisted men reached the front. July 23, 1919, the regiment reached Berzula and joined Kotovsky's 2nd Brigade. In late July 1919, Yaponchik's regiment entered battle near Vapniarka station. The station changed hands several times, and soon the regiment began to fall apart. After the battle, the regiment collapsed, and Yaponchik turned back toward Odessa. Near Voznesensk, the train was stopped. According to the main historical account, Yaponchik was shot during his arrest. He was just 27.
Yaponchik died at 27, but Odessa rewrote him as a legend. The man was gone. The myth remained.